Hello and welcome to another episode of the digital strategy newsletter, The Video Bit. In this week's episode, we're looking at a topic that I've recently been covering with my students at the Chartered Institute of Marketing Level 4 Digital Techniques classes. And that is competitor analysis. Something that we should all be doing at least once or twice a year. Doing regular competitor analysis gives us a way to benchmark our own performance with our marketing against our competitors and against the market at large. There are many tools we can use to perform competitor analysis, and today I want to show you 4 tools that I regularly use and show to my students when teaching competitor analysis in my consultancy and in my lessons. All of the tools that we're looking at today are free, and they all have paid for upgrades which will give you loads more insight into how your competitors are performing. But I thought I would show you a set of free tools that give you an insight into the types of things you should be benchmarking your own performance for against your competitors. That's an awkward sentence, but we'll run with it. I won't edit that out. We're going to be looking at 4 different types of competitor benchmarking. We'll be looking at tools that give you insight into the kind of traffic levels that your competitors are getting. We'll be looking at a website that shows you the technologies that your competitors are using in their sales and marketing activities. We'll be using a free tool that gives you a vast amount of insight into the search engine optimization tactics and strategies that your competitors are using to gain advantage for those top ranked keywords. And we'll be taking a look at a tool that gives you an insight into the social media marketing performance of your competitors, including how much advertising revenue are they generating from their YouTube videos. Truth be told, it's probably not a lot. To begin with, let's take a look at SimilarWeb, the website tool for giving insights into your competitors' website performance. Using SimilarWeb, we can compare websites across our industry. So let's take a look at, for example, B&Q's website, www.diy.com. Here you can see that the website gives you an overview of the company, telling you when the company was founded, how many employees it's estimated that they have, as well as any related mobile apps that you can find for their company. As we move down the page, it tells us where the website ranks globally in terms of traffic volumes, domestically in the main country where it gets most of its traffic, and it shows us the category for the company as well. What's particularly neat is that a website that has enough traffic visiting it will give you estimates of the total visits per month, as well as insights into the average visit duration. You can see here that we have the pages per visit as well as the estimated bounce rate. All of this is incredibly useful for comparing your own website against what the industry best practice or industry averages are for your sector. One thing to note with SimilarWeb is that for many websites, there simply isn't enough data to be able to judge this kind of performance. So if you're putting in a website from a local SME, you might not get any meaningful data. Next up, let's take a look at BuiltWith, the technology profiler. BuiltWith's value proposition is find out what technologies websites are built with, and it's as simple as that. You type in a website URL and it will then tell you all of the different technologies that exist on their website. So let's take a look at one example. Yellowstep.co.uk. Having a look at the technology profile of this website, we can see all of the different tools that they are using. On there we can see that they're using HubSpot for analytics and tracking. Specifically, they're using the HubSpot forms as well as the advertising platform. As we move down the page, we can also see that they're using Google Analytics, the LinkedIn Insights tag, Hotjar, as well as Google conversion tracking and the Facebook Pixel. If you're interested in seeing the CMS that a company is using, you can find that as well. As we scroll down this page, you can see here yellowstep.co.uk is built on WordPress and uses these JavaScript libraries if that's your kind of thing. If you really want to know, you know where to look. So why is that useful? Well, if you want to know how they're capturing all of those leads or how they're running their live chat support and sales automation, you can now find the exact tools that your competitors are using and then get them on your website as well. Now let's take a look at some tools that we can use to get insights into the SEO performance of your competitors. Let's take a look at Ubersuggest. Ubersuggest is a tool from internet marketer Neil Patel. Now, using Ubersuggest, you can get 3 free searches on a website to get deep insights into their search engine optimization performance. Now, you might not think 3 searches is a particularly generous offer for a freemium service, but the amount of information that you get when you perform these searches is quite high. And you can even export much of the data into CSV files to run your own reports in Excel if you would prefer to do it on there. So what kind of information do you get with Ubersuggest? You get a solid understanding of things like the domain score, which is the site authority, the number of backlinks that the website is generating, the number of referring domains, as well as an estimate into their organic monthly traffic. As we move down the page, you get to see a graph covering their backlinks over time, as well as the new and lost backlink profile as well. One feature that I think Ubersuggest does really well, and actually I think is quite generous for a free tool, is the ability to export up to 100 of your competitors' backlinks into a CSV file. Using this one CSV file, you can identify and target a range of potential outreach targets for your own blogger outreach or SEO backlink building campaign. It's not a bad starting place if you're looking to increase your SEO. And last but not least is probably one that's a little bit more fun than it is incredibly useful from a kind of business or commercial sense, but this is Socialblade. Socialblade, as the name suggests, is a social media comparison website. And what I like about their approach to giving you insights into social media is that they've put together their own grading system for social media performance. Not only can you track performance of profiles on Twitter and Facebook and LinkedIn, but you also get deep insights into services like TikTok and YouTube. Looking at my own profile, you can see that I'm currently scoring C+, which I think is probably a fair reflection of the amount of effort that I'm currently putting in to maintaining my Twitter account. One thing I do like about Socialblade is the historical data that it gives you. Here you can see some graphs showing the monthly followers gained for my profile, going right back all the way to January 2017. That's 3 years worth of data, all available for free. I first became aware of Socialblade when somebody sent me a link to it in order to work out exactly how much advertising revenue the top YouTubers are earning. Having watched some videos where YouTubers compare the ad revenue estimates from Socialblade to their actual earnings, I've got to say the results are pretty damn accurate. So let's take a look at the estimated advertising earnings through YouTube for one of the, if not the biggest YouTuber on the planet, PewDiePie. And there we have it. We can see that PewDiePie is earning an estimated $1,000 to $16,000 US every single day. Now, I should say the report that I saw regarding Socialblade calculations said that in order to get the most accurate reading of this, what you have to do is you have to subtract the lowest figure from the highest figure, and that will give you approximately the right value for the earnings of that channel. So there you have it. 4 tools to help you with your competitor analysis. From the tools they're using on their website to how their search engine optimization techniques are taking shape, you can get insight into all of it using these free tools. And if you need more insight, you can simply pay to upgrade and get even more great insight. Well, that's it from this episode of the Digital Strategy newsletter. I forgot the name of my own product there. If there's any topics that you'd like to see me cover in future, please let me know. Drop me an email or leave a comment in the YouTube comments below. And until then, I will see you all in a couple of weeks. Have a lovely time. Goodbye.